Good morning. Happy last day of the hike. Is it happy? I think it is. I'm happy with what I accomplished anyway. This is a good trip. So I spent my last night at Dumbbell Lake, which was fantastic. There was this tiny little peninsula that jetted out into the lake, nearly cut it in half. But so there was water on three sides of us. I was actually the first one there yesterday afternoon, about 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. But before night time came, there were, I don't even know how many, a dozen at least, people all camped on the peninsula, or when we ran out of room for that, they had to camp up more on the shoreline, but gotta go over a log. That was definitely the most people I've camped around in quite a while, but it was fun. It was unusual. A lot of interesting people. Met Indigo, who's a section hiker. She's a civil rights lawyer. I met Goddess, who is from the Netherlands. Chef and Nightmare, Superman, Big Dog, Maestro, Propaganda, and a bunch of other people. Oh, Bubbles. A bunch of other people whose names I did not get. But yeah, that was an interesting experience. But sleeping was a little noisy because, there's always someone moving around all night long. But I got used to it and got pretty good sleep after a little while. So I got about 7 miles into Elk Lake Resort this morning, where I will wait for Mom to arrive, pick me up, take me back to Portland, spend the night at her place, and then take the train up to Seattle on Saturday. I feel really good. I feel strong. Could easily just keep hiking more. That probably has a lot to do with the light days that I've had for the past few days. But still, I did, 235 miles in 10 days, so I'm not complaining. I was pleased with my choice to hike in July this time. While there were bugs, sometimes annoyingly thick, they're definitely survivable with the gear that I have, and of course it helps that I'm not allergic to them. So even if I do get bitten, I don't have to suffer consequences for hours or days afterwards. But I also didn't have to deal with any wildfire smoke. I think the day we went over Crater Lake, there was a little bit of haze in the air. Other than that, it's just been crystal clear skies as far as I can tell, which has been fantastic. And it turns out to be right at the height of the through hiker bubble through here. Normally the biggest numbers of through hikers would be a little bit later in the season, but the vast majority of them have skipped the Sierra because of all the crazy snow, so they're up here a little early. So got to meet really interesting people, so that's good. There's frost in the meadow this morning. It wasn't that cold anywhere else, but it sure is here.